just seems like certain fans have just like a certain level of comfort with Jimmy that that to me is unwarranted. I don't really understand it. Can you help me break that down a little bit? Because I'm genuinely curious. Why do you think there's this 40 to 55 to 60% of the fan base that is just like, hey, Jimmy, cool?
I don't know. Did Jared Goff have this much support with Rams fans? That's what I never heard all these Rams fans being like, you got to give him one more chance. No, you saw it in the Super Bowl. You saw it last year. What, you need to see it a third time? You do? Or do you really need to see it a third time?
And honestly, because I was just thinking about it just before I got in here, and I saw the Jimmy fan earlier. I mean, I think with people, it's just they have a certain, there's this unknown aspect with Trey Lance. I mean, there's all these people excited about him, of course, but there's also the part of it is that he could fail and he could fall flat on his face. And then all those Jimmy fans would be like, oh, we had a starting quarterback who could win us games. And,
yeah,
it's like, I think people, they're not waiting for Trey Lance to fail, but they know what they have, or they feel like they know what they have with Jimmy. And because of that, they're still hanging on to whatever,
And they haven't seen Trey Lance yet. I really feel like the Jimmy Garoppolo support will dissipate after one good preseason game, man. Like, it's like Niner fans are saying, like, we really, 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 really like this Nissan Altima. It's a really great Nissan Altima. It's got good gas mileage. I mean, and they're gonna see like the Ferrari come in and be like, oh yeah, that's a Ferrari. Okay, we're gonna go with the Ferrari. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, and if I can make a comparison, I feel like thinking just a few years ago, and I just came up with this now, I feel like it's somewhat similar to the Tony Romo situation, where what the Cowboys were dealing with, where people had certain comfort level, right, with Tony Romo, but because Dak Prescott was the unknown, even though they saw him look better and the idea of him is better and everything about it, whatever, is that Tony Romo's is a nice enough guy. He was been there for a while. He's the face of the franchise. He was something for them. When if you look at that team otherwise, they would have kind of been nothing. So I think it's the same sort of thing where fans have a certain level, like I said, of comfort with Jimmy, which I don't understand how he's built it up, honestly.
He looks the part.
That's it.
He won a bunch of games. He looks the part. People like him.
Yeah.
But he was supposed to be the next Tony Romo. They went to the same school. Yeah. They have the same throwing motion. They're the same stature. Tony Romo was so much better than Jimmy. Yeah. But Tony Romo had to go at the end because of injuries. And even when Dak Prescott basically had like a perfect preseason as a rookie, there were a lot of people being like, I don't know, man, you should probably go with Tony Romo. Like,
and it's that same thing, Grant, of the unknown guy that people, they don't see him operate within a regular season. They're like, oh, how's he going to adjust the NFL? How is he going to do all this and that? When it's like, in reality, it's like, no, he's just better than him right now. It's just you haven't seen him yet. But real quick, though, I do want to end on this because this is kind of what I'm writing about. And I'll expand on this more. I think there's kind of some different possibilities with Jimmy, and I want to go over them really quick, and you just give me a percentage of how likely you think.
I like it. I like it.
You're in a bad spot, Grant.
Cool.
I want people to look back on this like in 6 months and totally
fair. Thank you.
First, how likely do you think it is that Jimmy Garoppolo is the starter for all of 2021?
Oh God.
Percentage.
25%.
I'd go lower personally. I think it's 20 to 15. But
okay,
I think
let's split the difference and call it 20%. 1 in 5.
Yeah, exactly. But I think anyone who's saying anything over 40% is being unrealistic given all the different variables.
He's either going to get benched or he's going to get hurt. One or the other. It's not his team anymore. The only question is Trey Lance ready? It's not his team anymore. Yeah. It's over.
Oh, yeah. So then let's get to the next, and I think probably the most likely scenario. What do you think the chances that Trey overtakes Jimmy at some point during the season, whether that's week 2 or week 11?
Say again.
So in this scenario, it's saying at any point Trey Lance takes over as the starter for Jimmy Garoppolo, whether that's
at any point.
Yeah, so week 2 during the season. So week 2 or week 13.
So okay, I said 20%. The other one.
Yeah.
20%. 80%. 80%.
Okay. And then I'll leave with the last one, and this is the most fun scenario. And the scenario I know we're hoping for. What do you think the chances is that he's the starter week 1?
Trey Lance or Jimmy?
Trey Lance.
Which one? Trey Lance?
Trey.
60.
Wow.
60. What do you think?
Okay, I think that's probably where I'll disagree. I think I wouldn't put it over 50, like, very surely. I'd be more in that 35 to 40% range because I still think Jimmy has a decent amount of equity, like we've talked about before. I think there is that factor of the front office and the owner and everything. Like I said, it's the Tony Romo situation. It's like people have a certain level of comfort and a certain level of knowledge in that they know what they're getting with Jimmy versus with Trey. If he goes out and falls flat on his face week 1, that's really bad, right? Or he falls flat in the first couple of weeks of the season. That's like probably worst case scenario. So I just don't know if I'm willing to.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I'm saying 60%. If this is a real quarterback competition, if it's not a real quarterback competition, then he has no chance. If Jimmy really gets all the first team reps and Trey Lance is playing with the second team, then there's no chance. But if they open it up and they split reps, the more talented guy is going to win. I believe that. So we'll see if it's a real quarterback competition or not. We'll see. I have no idea what they're going to do.
That's fair. I think you're right because, like we've talked about before, Trey Lance, he's absorbed the playbook apparently. I mean, I think in practice, and we've talked about this too before, like the difference of play between Jimmy and Trey right now, given all the mistakes Jimmy makes, even when he is 100% healthy, like it's not like Jimmy has this great grip on the offense and it's humming every single time he's playing, and the 49ers look on top of everything, right? So
right.
It's really going to come. I feel like it's going to come down to a few things. It's going to come down to when the team gets on board with Trey, when the coaching staff is fully on board with Trey, and then finally, like you were saying earlier, once the front office and ownership comes around on the idea that he's the starter right now. I feel like
once the fans come around, then the front office and the ownership will too. That's how it'll be. And the fans will come around when they see him. Give him what? 2 months? Just give it 2 months. Give it 2 months, and we'll see what the tone is from Niner fans then. Hey, Ben, always good to see you, man.
Yeah, thanks, Grant. Good talking to you, man.
Next time I'm going to break out my glasses too, because my dad bought me some nice glasses about 4 or 5 years ago, and he thinks I don't have them. So I am going to wear them next time I see you, all right?
Well, yeah, you got to make sure you let him know.
I got to let him know. And I wish I had him right next to me right now, because he's still sitting there like, you don't have them.